Good evening guys, welcome to another G.S.I Reacts video. Tonight, the top 10 scariest ghost videos to make you cry like a little baby. We know that's not going to happen, but let's have a look anyway.
Bucksgrave Road. Friends David and Dell from the YouTube channel Signs and Signals are driving down a creepy back road called Bucksgrave Road in Carlisle, South Carolina. David and Dell say that when they were kids, they witnessed some very strange things out on Bucksgrave Road, such as odd, unexplainable lights and orbs. So, while driving down the narrow dirt road shooting some B-roll for their video in the car, they experienced something absolutely unnerving.
That's enough B-roll though.
Yeah.
You don't want to waste up all the battery already.
The camera's battery's going. What the f is that?
Deal.
What the f, dude? I'm zooming in, I can't. Dale, what the f? What the f?
Person with a torch?
Ain't nobody supposed to be out here? Oh, sh.
You can still see the light.
Just walked in the woods. Where's the headlamp at? The headlamp should be right there. Like he didn't, like he stopped. Did you turn off the light? Can you see in there?
No, I can't see.
I'm zoomed in. I can't hardly see.
Zoom in, don't zoom in, don't zoom in. It ain't gonna help, it ain't gonna help.
No, it's just a person.
What the f?
It's a person with a head torch, or, I mean, one head torch and a hand torch.
What the f are you doing?
The content play.
What the f are you talking about? The content play. David, what the hell are you doing?
Now, I don't know what South Carolina's like. I know it's a big place, America. There's a person who's walked out of the woods, got a torch because it shines at the car. You can see the head torch as they're walking off. It's a person, simple as. Now I don't know if that's normal over there, whether they walk dogs like we do here, or whether that's very odd behaviour, but either or either, it's a person.
Okay, come on. This is some dumb This ain't even what we're supposed to be here for.
Dude, I couldn't hear or see anything out there. It's so pitch black.
But he's got two torches.
Dude, go!
To this day, David and Dell say that they have no idea who or what the creepy stranger could have been. And paranormal or not, they claim that they have never been so scared in all their life. So, did they encounter some creep in the remote woods?
Yes.
Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
I mean, I don't know if they've set it up. Maybe they have. I mean, what he says there. Did they encounter a creep in the woods? Yeah, 100%. I mean, obviously the guy circled round to give him a jump scare. Have they set that up? We'll go 50-50 that they have. If not, it's just a weirdo in the woods. Either way, they did right to get out of the way. For me, I mean, I don't know them. I've never watched any of their stuff. I'd probably say the way that looks, it's set up to me. I can't guarantee it, it's just my opinion. I don't know. But either way, it's not paranormal.
Neighborhood watch. Sarah Marie and her husband Bobby are having an afternoon get-together with some friends at their home in Florida, when suddenly they spot something very odd at the neighbor's house across the road.
Comes back the other way. Why?
That's a person in a red top. I can see it there. Look.
Y'all recording it? Yes! Yes! There's nobody in that house. There's nobody at all. Nobody. That
I didn't know they could be that visible now.
That's what I was saying.
A strange shadow can be seen quickly moving back and forth in Sarah's neighbor's home, freaking out everyone.
That's true, it does look like a shadow, but for me, it doesn't look like it's inside the house. It looks like it's on the backside and they're moving past a window, and it's the light reflection that gives you the shadow. That doesn't look like it's inside to me.
Even seeming to upset their two puppies.
There's nobody in that house. There's nobody at all.
And that's outside.
Sarah explains online that the home belongs to an older woman whose son, sadly, had passed away. Worried about the older woman's safety, Sarah calls her neighbor. But the woman says, I'm not even at home right now. So who or what could this be? I leave it up to you to decide.
That's somebody outside by the look of it to me. Just running past, whether it's an adult or a teenager or what, I don't know. But it looks like it's outside and the light reflection is casting that shadow for me. It doesn't look inside to me.
The ghostly guest. Over on the Japanese YouTube page Kuroshiro channel, an anonymous paranormal investigator, Shiro, who always wears a mask, sets out to investigate an allegedly haunted hotel room somewhere in Japan. The investigator says that recently a man's life was taken in an extremely
Why would you be anonymous as a paranormal investigator? I don't get that. I mean, I know the community gets a lot of flack, but that's from the idiots and the fakes that are out there, and there's a lot of them, as you've seen through the videos. Why be anonymous, though? Each their own, I suppose.
Violent and barbaric way in one of the hotel rooms. Since then, the room is said to be haunted. Shiro plans to spend the night to investigate. So Shiro sets up a few static cameras and a motion and voice activated toy dog.
Useful.
But during the investigation, the motion sensing toy begins to act very strangely.
Could be broken.
何これ壊れてんだけどマジで。待って落ち着いて。一回電源切るか。今また電源つけました。
Just reset it.
おかしいだろマジで。これやばいなマジで。
Nothing out of the ordinary there so far.
A little shaken up, Shiro resets the toy dog and continues to investigate. What happens next is absolutely terrifying.
ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って。
So the dogs open the door. Yeah, but it's partially open, of course it's going to move.
さっきより開いてない。この音だった。
Please don't tell me the dog's there. Please don't tell me the dog's there. I'm going to get angry if the dog's there. That's your shadow, you bell. Two doors. What have you dropped? She's not the only fucker.
待って、今めっちゃ人いたんだけど。
No, there wasn't.
もう影見えた。映ったかな。てかこれいつ消えた
？So you're going to say it was the dog? Get your arse out there, get your fucking big boy pants on. But we don't know that wasn't on the latch, dude.
From the corner of his eye, Shiro sees the hallway door slowly open by itself. But when he goes to check, there's no one there.
2 doors in there.
When he turns back toward the hallway, a frightening dark figure can be seen standing right in front of him. Shiro recoils in shock, tripping over his own feet. He quickly grabs his camera and gets back up, but the figure is just sees the hallway door slowly open by itself. But when he goes to check, there's no one there. When he turns back toward the hallway, a frightening dark figure can be seen standing right in front of
him. I mean, if this is supposed to be the person's legs, I mean, I know it's not the best picture. Let me just run that back slightly.
Dark figure.
I mean, 2 things that spring to mind with that. One, it's the outline of a jacket, but it does look like it's got legs. So the second thing is his friend stood there, or one of his friends. The third thing is paranormal.
You can be seen standing right in front of him. Shiro recoils in shock, tripping over his own feet. He quickly grabs his camera and gets back up, but the figure has just disappeared. Shiro believes that he might have captured the angry spirit of the man whose life was taken in the hotel room. But some of Shiro's viewers think that the apparition looks more like a woman. Perhaps even the vicious I
mean, there's clearly something there. The thing I don't like, and I say this a lot, is the camera disappears. Now, why is it always the camera moves or something and this thing's disappeared? Usually because it's faked. And yeah, I mean, his reaction would be, if there's somebody there, you would jump a mile. So I get that. Trip over your own feet? Quite possibly. Then you get your camera back around. So is that just extremely bad luck? Or is it done on purpose?
Entity responsible for the man's death. But what do you think? You can watch Shiro's entire investigation over on his YouTube, Kuro Shiro channel.
So what do we think? I just don't like the way the camera disappears. I mean, the first one, no, 2 doors where someone can get in and out, no problem. Dog, malfunctioning dog, no problem. That one, there does appear to be something there. So like I say, you've got your 3 things. It's a friend, it's a ghost, or it's just a jacket. Personally for me, the way the camera disappears and then it's gone, I don't like that. So that puts me on the side of no, I'm afraid.
Out. Unfortunately, there is very little information available on these next videos. The clips were recorded by a group of friends exploring an abandoned building somewhere in Kazakhstan. But what they capture is truly bizarre.
Нет. Нет. Опять убери надолго. Если я пункт солю, я вас нагну. Он двигается. Санька, саживайся на разок. Может быть, это игра цвета. Сейчас может просто все решится. Давай, убирай. Нихуя нет. Смотри, еще раз надо. Убирай теперь. Ничего нету. Астафрулlah. Бля, вот вы, конечно, нашли планету, какую сделать.
Did look like there was something there.
Он вот тут же был.
A dark shape-shifting figure can be seen in an upstairs window. But what makes this footage so creepy is that the apparition only appears when they turn away their flashlight. When the group heads inside and upstairs to investigate, they find nothing there. The guys seem skeptical and just kinda laugh off the creepy experience, even though they can't explain it. But who or what is this? Let me know what you think.
I'm inclined to say light distortion, I think, looking at it. The fact that it doesn't show up with the torch, so it's obviously something picking up off the camera, but I mean, it could be glass, anything there, perspex or anything like that, which could cause certain lights from the camera to bounce. So for me, that's a no.
The Cumberland Gap Inn.
Ooh,
The
Cumberland
historic
sausage.
Cumberland Gap Inn in Tennessee is said to be extremely haunted, with hotel guests reporting many strange and unexplainable experiences. Lonnie and Neil from the paranormal investigation team Tri-State Paranormal Investigators decide to spend the night in one of the inn's most haunted rooms in the hopes of capturing anything supernatural. And they do. Shortly after setting up 2 static cameras, they capture something on video
That's
is
his finger.
right out of a horror movie.
So it looks like the bed's being pushed down.
Wake up. Wake up.
Seems like the bed moved again.
Change the water to turn up an extra off.
Something invisible seems to sit down on the edge of the bed right
Does
in
look like
front
it.
of Neil. Shocked by what he just witnessed, he calls out to his team member who quickly joins him. Now, after several attempts at trying to debunk what they've captured, Neil and Lonnie have no idea how the mattress could have sunk down in such a way, especially since it would require a great deal of force on the bed. So could this be paranormal evidence that the Cumberland Gap Inn is haunted? You decide.
Interesting one. It does appear that something does look like it's sitting down on the bed with him. And he does notice that because his reaction, he turns his head towards there. We can't see what's around the bed or underneath the bed, so could it be somebody pulling it down? Yes. His friend's in the bathroom, supposedly. Could it be hooks and wires? Yeah. Could be paranormal? Yeah. Interesting one. Definitely does look like something sits down next to him. I'll have to watch more about these two to try and find out a little bit more about them, I think. Interesting. We'll go 50-50 for now on that one.
Guardian Angel. Only a few months ago, TikTok user Tana Witt went through a devastating tragedy when her brother suddenly and without warning passed away. Tana's brother was incredibly close to her family, including her 2-year-old daughter, Evelyn. One night, Tana and her daughter are home alone when something happens that shocks Tana to her core.
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Evelyn. Who are you talking to?
Oh,
are you talking
she's a
to?
cutie.
Evelyn seems to be talking to someone that we can't see. And creepiest of all, a whispering male voice can be heard that seems to say, Uncle.
Who are you talking to?
Even stranger, baby Evelyn seems to have heard the voice as she happily shouts, Uncle, over and over.
Who are you talking to?
Tana believes that without a doubt her 2-year-old daughter is speaking with her deceased brother, and that Evelyn is being looked after by her loving uncle from the other side.
100% plausible. As we've discussed in other videos, kids' side of the brain that are not properly developed at that age means that they can see spirits, ghosts, things like that. It's only as an adult as our brain develops, our rational side starts kicking in. So it's almost like children they don't have the rational side. Is she saying uncle? It's difficult to know. To me, it looks like she's calling for her uncle and then shaking her hand no. So she's talking to somebody else, potentially. But that is totally plausible. In the research we've done, we've seen and come across things like that all the time. You can't bullshit kids. So that one, potential thumbs up for that one.
Temple. Popular
But what a cute kid.
urban explorer Chris from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill sets out to explore the abandoned Masonic Temple in Cleveland, Ohio. The temple was built in 1916 by
That looks
Freemasons,
immense.
a secret society that is shrouded in mystery. Freemason members have included politicians, scientists, writers, and many of the world's cultural elite. Throughout the many years, it has been said that the Freemasons hold secret meetings and perform strange cryptic rituals. Some have even made wild claims that certain Masonic rites and ceremonies include a sacrifice.
True.
The Cleveland Masonic Temple shut down in 1969 and has been left to rot for over 50 years. Chris attempts to record and capture the architectural beauty found inside the building.
Looks amazing.
Before it's gone forever. But he quickly realizes that he might have made a terrible mistake.
Something touched me, I swear to God. I swear to God, I felt like someone just touched my bag. I don't know if it was my book bag.
As soon as the camera goes down and the lights go down, yeah.
That scared the out of me, I swear to God. And there's no water drips. Yo, that scared the out of me.
Not impressed, bud.
Let me calm down.
Chris says he feels like something is touching his back, but there's nothing there. After collecting himself, he continues to scout through the abandoned building. And this is when things get weird.
Place looks amazing. Oh, the door's shut.
Doors just closed.
Bear in mind straight away, 50 to 100 windows, all without glass. There's going to be a draft everywhere.
What the hell no.
Has he fucking got a handgun? Shit, man. You know you can't kill ghosts, right? So the door's not spring loaded because it stayed where it is. Push it right open, good boy. Sticking out a little bit too far for my liking, but sorry, my bad. Okay. Hang on. Ah, okay, it's a pipe. That's why you couldn't open it. Fair play. He's looking everywhere, which I like.
Did you see it? Right before the door slams shut, a creepy face can be seen quickly moving back behind the door. But when Chris opens it, it's clear that there would have been no room for anyone to stand there behind the door. And the room is empty. Chris is shook, but he continues on. Later, just before he leaves to go home, Chris goes back to check the mysterious...
Before we get to that bit, you know my thoughts on these creepy faces and things like that. I'm inclined to say editing. He doesn't seem scared enough to see that. If you see something creeping out at you round a door like that, I mean, for me, it's real people that bother me, not the dead. So I'd instantly think it's a hobo or something like that. You don't know what they're going to do. So I'd be backing up. He doesn't seem bothered. I mean, yes, if it goes, you've got to go and see it, so it's catch-22 really, but until you know for sure what's actually in there, I don't like these faces and things like that. They just make me think, no.
Store one last time, and he captures something truly bizarre.
I do not remember closing this door. Hold up. It's when I left this. Did I close this door? I cannot remember. See, this is getting creepy, man. For real.
Get in there, lad.
I can't even open the door. What the hell?
Go on, get in there.
Hello? This is really weird. It's closed again. Maybe it is the wind. Closing it.
Right after Chris says hello, a faint voice can be heard saying yes.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
So just what do you think is going on at the abandoned Masonic temple? And is it possible that strange Masonic rituals led to the lingering supernatural activity? You can watch this entire exploration and decide for yourself over on Chris's YouTube channel, Urbex Hill.
So let's go back to that one a second. To the first original part where we saw that.
Vice.
Yeah, no, that's bullshit.
After collecting himself, he continues to scout through the abandoned building.
Right.
And this is when...
Does the
things
camera cut away at any point? That's what I want to see. So you can't see the head and the face there. So we would have seen it by now, and now the camera's cut over. Not for long, admittedly.
Door just closed. What the?
Okay. It doesn't look like the camera cuts away. It's very slight, but I mean, someone's got to be quick to get out of that room. But still, I don't like them ones that just seem to be peering at you out of the corner. It doesn't seem right to me. The first bit, the touch on the back, no, definitely not. And the fact that he's zoomed in on nothing on the floor and turned the light down makes me think that A, he's imagining that, or B, he's faking it, which would mean he's faking this as well. He doesn't seem scared enough for what he's seen. The voice, nah. I think that.
Keep a knocking. TikTok user Maru75 from Germany claims that one night he heard some very odd sounds coming from his living room. When he goes to check it out, things take a terrifying turn. Maru hears knocking from the glass back door, but as he looks, he spots some dark figure moving behind him in the reflection. He spins around, but there's no one there. He turns back toward the door, and the figure is gone, and the door has mysteriously opened by itself. So, is it real? Or is it just very clever video editing? As always, I leave that up to you to decide.
You know what, I'd have been more inclined to actually believe the shadow behind him if the door was not open. That doesn't mean that it couldn't have been open, of course it can, paranormal activity and stuff like that, but the fact that he's turned around and the door's half open instantly says to me exactly as Nuke said there. Clever editing. Less is more if you're going to fake it. I'm not telling people to fake it, but the more you do, the worse it is. It's a nice fake. Quite creepy, but I think it's fake.
Three's a crowd. Now this next creepy occurrence was captured by 3 different paranormal investigators on the exact same night. John from the YouTube channel Exploration Unknown, Tim from the YouTube channel Breaking the Shell, and Josh from the channel Southern Afterlife. The 3 guys are all investigating an abandoned farmhouse in Kodak, Tennessee, called the Kelly House. The house is now part of a large wooded area designated as a bird sanctuary. But that wasn't always the case. The Kelly House was built sometime in the late 1800s and bought by the Kelly family in 1917. Now, honestly, not much is known about the history of the house, but many visitors claim to have heard strange unexplained footsteps and voices inside the home. Some have seen eerie shadow figures, and scariest of all, multiple people claim to have seen the eerie apparition of an old farmer wandering the property. So, the 3 ghost hunters decide to spend the night in the old abandoned Kelly house to see if the spooky stories are true. All 3 of the ghost hunters are recording, all at the same time.
And Josh hasn't been here, so he's gonna go in first this time.
Go on, man, get also.
You're watching yourselves.
Hey.
Wow.
Wow.
Not long into their investigation, all 3 guys are recording when John captures something downright chilling.
Go on, John boy.
Guys, so I got the REM pod set up. So if anything comes near that, it'll go off. And this is the new box. You probably saw it in the last video. I don't have a name for it, but it combines an EM pump, ambient temperature readout. And
John, your camera's blurry, dude.
So if you can come up with a cool name, drop that in the comments. But we'll be using that later.
What he said.
Pretty cool.
Hey guys, they're setting that up.
Can't wait to see what this house has to
You can see
say.
the little planet. Think it's Saturn? It's next to it. It's bright. Wow, that is beautiful. Oh, somebody's coming out. No, it's Tim.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you ruined my moonshot, bro.
Oh, man.
I already got it.
You get that moon bow?
It's beautiful, man.
That's better.
Yes. We've got the K2 meter over here in this window. We're getting things set up. Alright. And then in here,
Somebody was upstairs.
we got Josh on the porch.
Now all 3 investigators can be seen on video at this time. Josh is on the porch, Tim is outside in the field, and John is strolling through the house. No one else is there with them, but John accidentally captures an unknown 4th figure. Someone or something walking on the landing up on the 2nd floor. Now, John didn't even notice this bizarre shape at the time. He only saw it later when he watched his footage back for editing. But that's not all.
That's a shame.
Because while Tim is outside in the field looking at the house from far away, he too captures something on the 2nd floor.
Now let's go in.
Tim also sees a dark shape that appears to be wandering the 2nd floor. Josh, who's outside on the porch, eventually decides to go back inside after hearing some strange noises. And he also captures, well, just watch closely.
There's none out here. Tim's out there. There's nobody out here except for Tim. He's down at the edge of the yard. There's nobody out there, man.
No.
It's interesting.
Tim out there.
Where's he at?
He's out in the corner of the yard.
Oh yeah, I saw his eye out there a while ago.
Did you see it? At the top of the staircase in a room to the left, again something dark appears to be watching and then slowly ducks out of sight. With 3 separate and distinct captures of a shadow figure and all 3 investigators accounted for on camera, could it be that the historic Kelly house is haunted? As always, I leave that up to you to decide.
But I mean, we don't see that there is only 3 people. It definitely does seem like there's a 4th person in that house. If they're categorically stating that there is no 4th person, then what you're seeing there is paranormal. Again, it comes down to the trust thing. 3 paranormal investigators, could they have got together to dream this up? 100%. Could they have got together just to go in and find out if there's actual paranormal activity? Of course, 100%. That's what most of us do. So, it's difficult to obviously pigeonhole this in either way, paranormal or fake. I mean, they don't seem to be going over the top if it is fake, and all 3 do seem to be on camera, but that doesn't mean there's not a 4th person there. Interesting. I think we'll leave it on interesting.
Night at the museum. Nate Ratterman and his wife Kaylee own and manage what has been voted one of the most haunted museums in the world, the Museum of Shadows, located in Omaha, Nebraska. The spooky museum showcases over 3,000 allegedly haunted artifacts, including a few very creepy dolls with even creepier stories. One of these artifacts is a doll named Ada. The story goes that when a family moved into an old house, they found Ada in the attic. Creeped out by the doll, they threw it away immediately.
Good, burn it!
2 years later, Ada came back. The family found the doll right back in the attic where they had originally found her 2 years earlier.
Then set fire to the fucker.
Freaked out, the mother of the household took the doll and threw it in the trash again.
Not enough, burn it.
Only hours later, and the woman found the doll halfway up the driveway, almost as if Ada was slowly crawling her way back home. The doll was then obtained by the Museum of Shadows. Ada is kept in a glass box to keep her from escaping. Over the last 5 years, Ada has been witnessed and recorded seemingly trying to get away again. This is some of the creepy footage that has been collected.
She's hardly trying to get away, is she?
On multiple occasions, Ada has been captured moving by herself. These are just a few. And as if that wasn't creepy enough, Ada has a few friends in the museum who seem to join in on the fun.
Burn it, burn it, burn it. Just destroy them all.
Ada and the other dolls have become incredibly popular attractions at the museum, with many visitors claiming to have seen them move with their own eyes. But the dolls aren't the only things that move around in the middle of the night.
Fuck them all.
Sometimes when the sun goes down, it's almost as if the museum comes to life.
Ooh, it's a haunted museum, guys. It's too straight for my liking, that one. If he did a fucking flip. It's too straight, motorised.
But the strange activity is not limited to just the night.
That one I'm not sure.
Sometimes
That one
it
looks
happens
motorised.
right in the middle of the day.
what better way to draw your punters in to a haunted museum than set up a few haunted things? I'm not saying that it's set up. That's what all I'm saying is, if you wanted to draw people in, what would you do? I mean, the dolls, they're creepy. Kill them, burn them, boil them, whatever. Just be done with them, even if they're not moving. It's hard to know if they're moving on their own. It's difficult. The rocking chair could be moving. The chairs and stuff look motorised to me. They're too methodical in how they move. But again, posting this sort of stuff up, it draws your crowds in, don't it? Am I being pessimistic? Or a good business person?
So with 5 years of recorded footage and countless real eyewitness reports, could it be that the Museum of Shadows is haunted by the thousands of cursed artifacts kept within its walls? And would you go to a haunted museum?
Fuck yes!
Tell me what you think. To watch much more of their paranormal evidence, head over to the YouTube channel, Museum of Shadows.
Now, we actually have a haunted museum trip planned for later in the future, so watch this space. But would the museum be haunted? Well, you'd expect if it's got possessed toys and haunted negative energies in the equipment and stuff, you know, the attractions that's in there, then yeah, 100%, you'd expect it to be very haunted. It can happen. Do I think that one particularly is? I think that's good business sense, if I'm honest. I'm being pessimistic, I know, but I think that's good business sense. You know, the one that has tried to escape, didn't try to escape, it moved. All the dolls have just moved. Nothing overly ecstatic either. I mean, if you saw one of them jump out the case and then start doing a tap dance or walking down the corridor on its own, yeah, you know, that's harder to debunk. But just moving, flipping off a chair, moving in a cage or a crate or a case or whatever you want to call them, can be manipulated. And like I say, if you've got a business, what better way to spread the word and get people interested in it than doing things like that? Who knows? For me, it's a no. I'm sorry guys, but yeah, you know, interesting video nonetheless. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please comment, like and subscribe down below and tell us what you want us to react to next. Until the next video, stay safe everybody, and see you soon.
G.S.I, ghost-sign investigators, they are G.S.I, ghost-sign investigators. They go all across the nation, find them ghosts, no hesitation. If you need some information, got a spooky situation, G.S.I